Hello and welcome to this video which will allow you to make a first diagnosis on your electric pool cleaner BlueStorm. We will go through different stages that will allow you to identify potential problems and hopefully fix them. First of all, I would like to remind you that water, debris and chemicals in your pool are hostile to any electronic device such as your BlueStorm. So they should be used with appropriate precautions to reduce the risks of failures or breakdowns. I invite you all to read the user manual that comes with your BlueStorm and to watch the handling tips video on our YouTube channel, Panther Aquatic Systems EMEA. The first diagnostic test is very simple. No need to put the BlueStorm into water. You just have to put it next to you and connect the controller to an outlet. And then plug the floating cable to the controller carefully by making sure the clip on the plug is facing the slot on the socket. Push it inside properly until you hear the click. That's it, and it's ready. When we will press on the power button of the controller, the initialization sequence is as follows. You will hear 3 click noises and then a short moment of silence before finally the engine starts. Now, we will demonstrate it to you. Listen carefully. I press the power button and you can hear the 3 click sounds for a few seconds. The red light above the stop icon will blink. Then the orange icon will also blink. And finally, you will hear the engine turn on as you can hear
comme ceci.
BlueStorm started correctly and it will stop automatically as it's out of water. The first test has been successful. The robot started as it's supposed to. If this hasn't been the case for you, then please contact your dealer or the hotline in phone number, which will be displayed at the end of this video. The second troubleshoot is necessary if your robot doesn't rotate left or right. You should control the turret rotation. In fact, in dirty pools, especially right after the winterization, all kinds of debris can get stuck in the moving parts of your robot and prevent it from operating correctly. So you just need to put your hand by the front vent of your robot when it's turned off and touch an indexer of the turret, which is the piece that moves 360 degrees and direct the water flow in different directions. You should be able to move the turret a few degrees until the next pin stop without feeling any resistance. The movement should be perfectly smooth. When you spin it, it should hit the pin stop and go back the other direction, as you can hear here. If you feel any resistance or grip, it means that the mechanism is seized and it will have impacts on the performance of your robot. In this case, you should simply clean the turret, as it's shown in the handling tips video. Put the robot in vertical position, take off the debris canister, and clean it from the bottom with water while you move the turret, as you can see in the video. Wash it until you can feel the rotation without any resistance or grip. If you still continue to feel resistance after cleaning, it could be without any serious impact. Put the debris canister back and operate the cleaner in your pool. If it rotates correctly, then there is no more problem. If you still face problems, then you should contact the hotline to get more detailed information about deep cleaning from the inside of your robot. Third thing you should verify on your robot that might prevent the proper functioning is the wrong positioning of debris canister. That can cause debris go through the turbine and turret instead of getting stuck in the filter and may harm inside mechanisms. To make sure your filter is well positioned, you just need to match the arrows on the canister and on the chassis and make sure that the canister is inserted deep inside the chassis. Here is the move. Press tight on the handles on both sides by putting your thumb on the notches. My recommendation is that you should push in the canister one side before the other. As you can see, it always works and the canister is well positioned. For example, if you look at it from the side, it's perfectly flat, meaning that the canister is well positioned. As opposed to this wrong move where the canister is wrongly positioned. It will let the dirt pass and also rub against the ground and prevent the proper functioning of your robot. The last thing you can easily check at home is the compartment including the obstacle detection and turret indexer systems. It is below the robot, so you should place it in vertical position like here. In a transparent enclosure, which is here behind the axis of the wheels. So, two things to control here. First of all, the presence of the reflective tape on the wheel axis. This one must be well aligned with the infrared sensor, which is located inside the sealed transparent enclosure. Then, using a lamp like your smartphone's torch, you should verify the possible presence of water, moisture, or rust in this compartment. Here inside you can see it contains a little circuit board and an electromagnet. It must not have any traces of moisture inside. If that's the case, it means it might have micro crack on the membrane and it might eventually cause a leak and will result in a severe failure. The first thing to do in this case is to contact hotline before the problem gets more serious.